Hello friends, in this session today, let's understand basic pipeline design in Azure Data Factory. Yes, I assume we are very new to the Data Factory environment. Let's understand slowly how to get this pipeline design activities with a small example. How to copy data from an Azure blob storage to Azure Synapse data warehouse using CDT. We call copy data tool. Okay, we call it CDT in short. Let's understand how to copy data from a blob storage to Azure Synapse SQL pool. Here storage account is Azure blob actually refers to storage account. It's a resource to store files. Blob files we call binary large object files. Each storage account can contain multiple files, can store multiple files organized into something called as containers, remember. And capacity per storage account is 512 terabytes. Let's understand how to first create storage account, container, and upload one given CSV file. For now, you'll be receiving one CSV file in the session notes. You'll simply upload the CSV file into the storage account. We'll do it now. Then in your Azure account, you already have an SQL pool from the previous classes. If not, you'll create it. Make sure you start, either resume the pool if required. Finally, you'll create Data Factory resource, launch Data Factory Studio, and then design the pipeline. First, storage account. Let's get the storage account first. So for this purpose, go home, create resource. Go to Azure portal. You have Azure portal with you. You log into the Azure portal. You have Azure account with you. Log into the Azure portal and go to storage account. Search for the storage account. Click on create. Just click on create and next. Just click on create here. Give the resource group, any resource group of your choice. I'll say ADF pipelines. Give some name. Any name is fine. Give some name. Make sure it is free subscription during your practice. Provide the resource group. Anything is fine. And storage account. Any name is okay. Just give some storage account. Next. With this information, so give the storage account. I'll say ACC like this. Okay. Click review plus create. Just no worries about the other options. Simply review plus create and click on create. This one. Review plus create and create. Next. You get the storage account created. Okay. The next step. We need to create something called as a container. Okay. This one. Container. And upload a CSV file. Okay. That's our requirement now. So as of now, the storage account is getting created. Once it is done, we are going to upload one file. It will be in this way: sales data file, a CSV file with country, company, month, sale 1, sale 2, sale 3. So this is your CSV, comma separated value file. You would like to upload the file, a comma separated value file here. So what we do is right now, create the storage account. Still getting created. Let's wait for a few minutes. Let's wait for a few seconds. It will be created. Let's wait. Yes, it's created now. Click on go to resource. Click on go to resource. And here we need to create a container where, yes, go to left side container. This one. Click on container plus container. This one plus container. Define the container, create. Just type some name for the container and create. Click on the created container. We have examples to programmatically upload the file. For now, let's go for manual upload of file. Click on upload file, and where it is, that sales data file I was showing you few seconds back, simply upload. Click upload here. So our source is ready. This is our source, it is ready. Let's open a new tab. For clarity, I'll just open a new tab. Get the target also ready. What is the target in our example? Azure SQL pool. That is dedicated SQL pool, also called as Synapse. Go to resources. In our previous classes, we created the SQL pool. It can be any name of your choice. Make sure it is online. Let me just resume it. If required, you create the SQL pool. How? If you remember previous lectures, click on the SQL server, logical SQL server, and this is the one, dedicated SQL pool. You have to click create logical SQL server, create dedicated SQL pool, and this will be your target. Source is ready, storage account, container, destination ready, Azure logical server, logical SQL server, and SQL pool. Now what we do is, third tab, it's not mandatory to include multiple tabs. Just for our understanding, easy identification, I am going with 3 tabs. The third tab would be for data factory resource. In our previous introduction classes, we got data factory creation, data factory resource creation. You simply click on that resource, any name it can be, and click on studio, data factory studio. You open it, this one, open data factory studio. So source ready, sync destination ready. Now data factory, just open the studio, click open. It will open in a new tab. What's our requirement? To bring data from storage account to SQL pool through data factory, right? Let's do it carefully here. So data factory is a mediator for extraction, transformation, and loading activities. As this is a basic example, let's go for the very first button, ingest. Click on ingest. This will automatically give you one tool called copy data tool, CDT in short. Bulk copy task or built-in copy task is a bulk copy program. Copy task. Next, let's leave the remaining as it is. We are doing a bulk copy, the built-in copy task. Nice user interface. Source should be blob storage, new connection, blob storage. In our example, new connection, blob storage linked service. Okay, give some name like this. Storage account. You got one storage account created few minutes back. Click create. Create the linked service. Once your linked service is created, browse for the required path. Click on container. Select the required CSV. Okay. We'll take the other options as and when required. For example, we have incremental loads concept. In that example, we'll go for binary copy and its purpose. We have optimization techniques. There we need to go for partitions. I repeat, no worries about other options. Like for example, we have something called optimization techniques. In optimization techniques, we'll understand about this partitioning mechanisms, concurrency and other activities one by one. So no worries about other options right now. Let's stay tuned with this basic example. Just provide the required linked service and the file, and next. And it's a CSV file, comma separated value file, first row as header. Just make sure you check it. Next. Destination will be Azure Synapse Analytics, because destination is SQL pool, right? Dedicated SQL pool. The dedicated SQL pool is branded as Synapse Analytics in ADF, even in Synapse Analytics Studio, Synapse Studio also. Click on connection, new connection. I'll say Synapse Analytic linked service. We know linked service means connection. Provide the required server name. So this provide the required server name. Any server name is fine. And provide that Azure SQL DW. This is the dedicated SQL pool we created earlier. Test connection and say create. Once you click create, here let's get a table. Define the table. I'll say TBL and sales data. Give some name. A table would be auto created. Next. And here you see source, country, company, month. These are all the columns. Destination. You can rename the columns. For example, 2018 data should be taken as 2020. 2019 data should be taken as 2021 and the current year 2022, something like this. Supply the values like this. Next, you can do these kind of minor transformations like renaming the column and next. Finally, we'll do staging separately anyway. We'll do staging separately. Just uncheck staging. So source ready, destination ready. In the advanced option, I'll select bulk insert. For now, we'll take bulk insert. And DIUs, how many data integration units you would like to invest for executing the pipeline. Say 4 DIUs and next. So source is blob, destination Synapse Analytics, and the ETL service is data factory. I understand we are only taking the basic options here. We have lengthy course wherein we need to understand the required options in detail, additional options in detail. For now, next, go to Data Factory Studio, copy data tool and do this activity, source to destination. Hit finish. Once you hit finish, your pipeline is automatically started for execution. We verify the pipeline in the second button, Other. See here, we started our journey from ingest. Go to Other. Click on Other. And here you will see the pipeline we created just now. Click on pipeline like, okay. Once you go to the pipeline, here we will see the source. Just to verify, you see the source and the sink. Sink means destination, auto create table, and we can do the edits here. Pipeline is published means stored in ADF permanently and it got triggered automatically. Once you hit finish, in the previous screen, copy data tool, it's automatically triggered, or manually we can trigger. Trigger means to execute. Click trigger now, it gets executed. In fact, it's already executed now. Once you hit finish in the copy data tool, it got automatically executed. To verify the execution, go to monitor. Click on monitor and here you will see the pipeline run succeeded, took 15 seconds. Click on this pipeline. Remember, we are in the monitor screen. So firstly, we started with home screen ingest. From there, we verified the auto-designed pipeline from the wizard in Other button. You can trigger manually. Trigger means to execute or schedule. For now, it's automatically triggered and automatically executed. You verify it in the monitor. Go to monitor, pipeline run screen. Click on the pipeline. And once you click on the pipeline, we'll see here the duration and destination table. Let me select the destination table and go to our regular SSMS to verify. Let's launch regular SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio, and connect to this logical SQL server because we got the Synapse connection inside the logical SQL server. So what we do? First storage, then dedicated SQL pool. For ADF it is called Synapse. Then you go to ADF Studio, ADF resource, define storage connection, Synapse connection, and pipeline, trigger it, connect to the server, this one. Once we connect to this server, the logical server, SQL school prod, then inside that server we have our warehouse ready. So what we do is now we need to query the data, query the table. So what we do here, let's see. Let's wait for a few moments. Let's hold on. Yes, let's identify the table name once again. This one, right? Identify the table name. I'm taking the screenshots for your reference, and go to the SQL database or warehouse. Right click new query, and select. Here we go, select from table name like this. Here you will see country, company, month, sale 1, sale 2, sale 3 with transformed column names or renamed columns. So here we are understanding how to import data from a blob storage to Azure dedicated SQL pool data warehouse using data fact. You'll practice this basic example carefully before we plan to continue with our lengthy curriculum on the data factory activities. Please make sure you practice all items carefully on time, and do let me know for doubts and clarifications. Glad to assist you. Please practice the items carefully to continue further with leftovers of the example like DOCP, DTU, polybase, staging, logging, and other activities including incremental loads. Please practice carefully the example we did just now, basic pipeline creation. Please practice on time and use me for your doubts. Thank you very much. Have a nice time.